Hope you're doing well. Scrolling through. Hi Telim. Hi Anastasia. Hi Sai Sharp. Hi Jules. Who else? Hi Anastasia. Hope you're all doing really well. Coming to you live from my house with my sleepy cat over there. Just thought I'd talk to you guys and break down some of today's stuff that's been going on, some of the facts and figures. Obviously, they've announced a lot of the biggest day of deaths in Melbourne. They always say the biggest, the grimmest, the worst, the scariest. They forget that in the years when you used to have 4,000 plus influenza pneumonia deaths, like 2017, there was over 4,000. 4,000 is more than 10 people dying a day. But they don't die through the summer, they die through the winter. So in winter, you're getting 25 to 30 to 40 people dying a day from influenza in 2017, 18, and 19. So these numbers aren't astounding. I mean, it's sad, it's horrible. We don't want people to die. But the neglect we're hearing about in these nursing homes, if you go to Matt Lawson Photography on Instagram and look at my last video in regards to the neglect that's happening out there, it is next level. It's really sad what's happening out there, and we need to be aware of what's happening out there, and we need to be sharing these posts and letting everyone else know what's happening out there, because there's neglect. There's I'll take you guys through what happened with this lady. So this lady, her father was at Glendale Nursing Home in Werribee, and she got a call one day to say that he'd left. They'd taken him to Sunshine Hospital. Now, their reason was that he'd left his room and gone into a COVID-19 positive person's room. Because he had dementia, he was moving between rooms. How can they possibly allow it so that someone can go into someone's room? This is ridiculous. Once you have a COVID positive test in a nursing home, you're meant to, by the protocol, separate the nursing home so that the COVID people are in one wing and the rest are in another wing. But obviously, if this guy could get up and go into the room, that wasn't done. Now, they took him off to Sunshine Hospital and they tested him and he came back negative twice. But they kept him in the COVID positive area because he'd been around someone who was COVID positive. They didn't take his glasses in with him. The man has dementia. He didn't get the care that he was needed. And his daughter and his family were not allowed to go and see him. They would not let them in. They wouldn't let them have an iPad. They wouldn't let them see him at all. At all. And this interview's up on my page. Now, eventually, he got sick. Day after day, he had diabetes and they were feeding him jelly and ice cream. Why? What are they thinking? This guy got sick and their daughter got a call on the 7th day after all this testing and no COVID positive result, got a call to say his kidneys were failing. Then she was finally allowed to go in, but she had to wear full PPE and she got to touch him through her gloves and a mask to say goodbye. It's appalling what we're hearing out there. We had a nurse from a nursing home speak up and say, she's saying to people, take your parents out, take your family out of these nursing homes before it gets to their nursing home as well, because the love and care is gone. People aren't allowed to be around each other. And she said she's just in tears every day because of how these nursing homes are being run. So yeah, it's appalling what's happening out there. The rest of the stuff doesn't really matter as much. I've been getting shadow banned here and on Instagram, so things are going missing. So if you lose me at all, you'll know that's what's happening. Yeah, we've seen that the police arrested Fiona McMurdo. They did a violent arrest. So again, go and have a look. Go and have a look on my page, and you'll see what's been happening out there. You'll see what's going on out here, and we need to make a difference. We need to rise up. Again, still from love, not anger and hate, but we need to rise up. We've got paperwork getting served still. We've got posters that you can download from our site. Go to unitedcollective.org and you'll find our posters through our Redbubble site. There was an unlawful arrest in Melbourne. That's on my Instagram as well. A very heavy-handed guy. We don't know what happened at the start, but no matter what the woman said, this guy had her in a choke lock and put her down on the ground and sat on top of her because she wasn't wearing a mask. Now, she had an exemption. She didn't even get a chance to talk about the exemption. Once you say you've got an exemption to the police, they can't lawfully ask you to show what it is. And this lady was within her rights. And no matter what, you don't put a lady in a chokehold and you don't sit on top of her on the ground. It was disgusting, appalling behavior by the police. And we'll call them out on it. We'll call them out on it. I'm pretty deflated by the things that happened today myself. But, I did promise you guys I'm going to be on here every single night. And, we're seeing these things happening. So I'm going to upload that onto my YouTube as well. And I want people to share it out to as many people as possible. Last thing I'm going to say is continue to come from a place of love. Continue to come from a place of peace. Continue to ground yourself every single day. And that's where you're going to make a difference in the world. Now, I've also had a person call through today, and we're getting in touch with a person who's putting in lawsuits up in Queensland against the vaccine companies, who's in touch with RFK. So we've got a really big branch happening over there. We're just branching out and networking with anyone, and we're still saying to the doctors and nurses and any police that saw what happened today, if you have a conscience, stand up and say something. This is the time to do it, okay, guys? We need everyone rising up right now. It's moving too quickly. Things are getting really bad. The other thing I wanted to ask is anyone who works at the airport and has any flight manifests, get them copied, take photos of them. We want to see what's coming in on these airplanes, okay? That's about it for tonight. I hope you guys are doing okay. Jump onto my Instagram page, Matt Lawson Photography. The only reason I say that is it doesn't get stilted like here. I'm able to talk over there. So yeah, please, please, please keep rising up from that place of love and peace. Peace out.